Hello friends, welcome to my video. For today we are going to be decorating for fall and I am so excited. I've been trying to wait for the weather to cool down, but it is currently 94 degrees and I don't think it's gonna get any colder anytime soon. So we're just gonna go ahead and decorate because I cannot wait any longer. One thing that I did do before this video is I cleaned up the entire place yesterday so we can focus on more of the fun stuff, which is decorating. And I'm so happy I did that because sometimes I try to mash it up together and I kind of get stressed out. So I'm happy that I cleaned yesterday so today we can just, focus on the fun stuff. Anyways, that's enough chit chat. Let's go ahead and start decorating. Woohoo! So this is all the fall stuff that I managed to find in the garage, and I don't know why I thought I had way more stuff, but maybe I'm confusing it with Halloween because I do have more Halloween things. But anyways, let's go ahead and open this up and see what we have. And I think Sophie's getting a head start, so she's ahead of schedule. Hi, Sophie! Before I start decorating, I like to have all my decorations laid out or at the very least in one spot. That way I can see exactly what I have and don't have to struggle to find anything. So here we have all of my fall flowers, and then over here are some fall signs. And then here is just like a bunch of random little decorations. There's pumpkins, there's owls, and this thing is like really messy, so I'm just gonna leave it in there for now. But I think this is a good start. I recently changed up my furniture layout and was worried decorating would be harder since things weren't in their usual spots, but honestly, it didn't make much of a difference. I also find that starting with the dining table is easiest for me since I rarely change how I decorate it for fall. I don't know which one to choose, they're both so cute. My go-to decorations for the dining table are usually a table cover or runner, followed by 4 of these fall garlands. They're kind of old and anytime I try to hang them, they lose their decorations, so now they've retired to table duty. Next, I add my candles and then some heavy pumpkins. Funny enough, I got these at the dollar store, but to me, they look way more expensive than the lightweight orange pumpkins I'll use later on in this video. Finally, I add a gold vase and a few purple leaves to mix things up and balance all the orange that I'm using. Since my couches are blue, they don't exactly match the fall vibes. To help with that, I use this beautiful crocheted blanket my sister made from scratch. Yes, it's stunning. I drape it over the back cushions and it really helps tie the look together. For my coffee table, I like to keep things simple. I swap out the blue tray for a reddish one, then add some of those orange pumpkins I mentioned next to the lamps. I realized the coffee table flowers needed a little something extra, so to help tie in with the dining room leaves that I used, I added some of these purple flowers. I cleared out some everyday decorations to make room for fall and added a pumpkin bowl with crocheted mini pumpkins around it, also made by my sister, so you should definitely check out her channel. I filled the bowl with some leaves and later it'll double as my candy bowl for the few trick-or-treaters that I do have. Shout out to everyone keeping Halloween alive. It's like my favorite holiday. Mwahahaha. Moving on to the kitchen area. This table is kind of my meh table. meaning anything goes. I just throw a few things together and call it a day. I found another box of goodies. I somehow missed that little box of fall decorations, which is okay since it was mostly kitchen stuff. Once the table was done, I moved on to the actual kitchen, and luckily it doesn't really need much. There are a few things that I move around, but I try not to overstuff it, even though it is so hard not to do that. One of my favorite things to use for decorating are cookbooks and cutting boards. I have a little obsession with cutting boards, and that big one is my favorite. It was handmade for my wedding day, and I refuse to actually cut on it, so I use it for decorating instead. This isn't very fall-y, but at least it's yellow, and it's the only thing I have. Aren't they so cute? How cute are these? I picked them up at work and I got the small one and the big one. With the kitchen done, I moved on to the fireplace room. This part was easy. I just used whatever was left over for this space, and originally I put these pumpkin lights here, but later I moved them to the living room since it felt a little cluttered. For the table, I added some fall flowers to the vases that were already there and a few more small decorations to finish it off. So that's about it for this room. I'm all out of decorations. I used up all the fall things that I have. So it's almost 7 and I'm not even done, but there's only one thing left, which is to make the bed. And yeah, we're practically done. So let's just go do that really quickly because I gotta start dinner and yeah, I'm very behind. This is taking me way too long. It is like so dark, you can't even see me. Okay, that is so much better. You can actually see me now. Hi. So I did wash all the bedding and things. The only thing is like I want to keep the same sheets on, but the blanket is gonna be different because I have like a really cute fall blanket that I can't wait to show you. So yeah, let's just go ahead and make the bed. Please subscribe. Subscribe to our channel and like it. Ta-da! The bed is all done and I honestly can't wait to sleep in it. It looks so cozy and I just love it. So now what I want to do is probably just take a moment to look around and maybe like tweak a few things that I was kind of uncertain about, and then I'll just show you the final reveal. I think that's a good plan. Alrighty everyone, well that was the final reveal and I hope you enjoyed this video. I am so happy that I got this done today because I just really want to enjoy this. Maybe I'll make a cup of tea after I make some dinner. Well, some late night dinner. It would mean a lot to me if you would like and subscribe and maybe comment something as well. That'd be awesome too. Maybe you can let me know if you liked some things or maybe you didn't like some things. That's fine too. You can let me know. And yeah, I'm very happy. Anyways, have a good night everyone and I will see you next time. Bye!